What are your thoughts, Amanda? Have you had a chance to look around? How does it feel to see no one at your reception?
Huh? What's happening here?
Allow me to explain. I'm the reason why your reception is in shambles. I reached out to all your guests and informed them that it was canceled. That's why there's nobody here right now. No one, not your parents, friends, or coworkers, is coming to celebrate with you. What do you think? It must be a rather melancholic celebration. You as the lone bride amidst all the party decorations and vacant seats.
Huh? How should I respond to that?
Cat got your tongue? I know it's a lot to take in, but I need more than silence from you. I wish I could see your expression right now. But let's not get sidetracked. Can you guess why this has occurred?
Well, I have no idea. You started texting me vague messages out of nowhere.
Of course you don't. Fortunately, I'm here to clarify everything. He and I were star-crossed lovers, just like Romeo and Juliet. We were destined to be together. But before I continue, you probably have no clue who I mean when I say he. I'm referring to your new husband, Stephen Stanton.
All right.
Hey, why such a weak reaction? Stephen has always loved me, so we canceled the reception to prove our love. Well, I suppose you're just too shocked to respond right now. That's understandable. Now you're over there alone, with none of your loved ones around. Can you believe that every single one of your guests skipped your reception? What a colossal waste of time and money, don't you think? Tough luck. I guess you'll have to accept the consequences and move on. What are your thoughts on that? Isn't it the worst? I think I'd be in tears if I were in your shoes.
So, you and Steven plan to ruin the reception? Is that what you're telling me? Interesting.
What? Could it be that you're not comprehending the situation? That's how it seems. I expected you to get angry or something, but you seem too shocked. Let me reiterate. Your reception is ruined. Your guests aren't coming. It's your payback for taking my fiancé. You're the one who stole my Stephen from me. Do you understand now? This is what happens when you meddle with me. Reflect on your actions. And stay away from my man. Is that clear?
Okay, let's slow down for a moment. What's happening here? Firstly, who are you exactly?
Seriously? You don't know who I am? I'm Erica Albright.
This is the first time I've heard of you. To be honest, the name doesn't sound familiar. Is that really your name?
Yes, that's my real name.
All right, let's stay calm and talk this through. Please give me a moment to grasp the situation. Can I ask you a quick question? You mentioned having a fiancé before, correct?
Yes, that's what I've been telling you all along. What? You doubt me?
No, I'm just trying to understand your issue with me. Are you saying you're engaged to Steven?
Absolutely. Isn't that clear by now? He was mine, and you attempted to marry him regardless. I want you to know I'm in a better position to become his wife.
What do you mean? I'm sorry, I don't comprehend your point.
Are you serious? How can you not see this? I meant exactly what I said.
But what you said doesn't add up. It'd make more sense if you said you were prettier or richer than me. But in a better position? That's such specific wording. What does that even mean?
Very well, I can explain. We've established that Stephen proposed to me, and we're engaged. Even though he didn't know it, I was aware of your existence back then. So, I accepted that he was involved with another woman. Therefore, you're in second place compared to me.
Ah, I understand now. To you, I'm just a side piece to Stephen, is that it?
Exactly, you've got it. I had him first, so I believe I deserve him. Do you agree?
I see where you're coming from now. Sort of. But if that's the case, why do you think Stephen married the woman he wasn't officially in a relationship with?
I suppose no one intervened in time. You know that cliché about objections during the speak now or forever hold your peace part. I mean, this sort of thing happens in soap operas all the time. I thought some people would disrupt the ceremony and embarrass you. You know, they'd cause a scene and ruin the event. That's how it works in those shows.
Someone seems to watch a lot of television.
I won't deny that, but I can differentiate between fiction and reality. I consider doing it, but it's a massive hassle in real life.
Right.
You'd have to foot the bill for wedding cancellation fees and stuff like that. Even if it's funny, that's a lot for one prank, right? So I talked with Steven. And we decided that disrupting the reception would work just fine.
Okay, if you say so. Ack, this is one giant mess.
You can say that again, and you're welcome. It's not an ideal situation because you still married him. But I feel like I've had the last laugh in the end. Remember, this is payback for keeping Steven to yourself. I did what I had to do. If I'm fortunate, I won't have the displeasure of crossing paths with you again. So, this is the end of our story.
Indeed, that seems accurate. This has been an eye-opening conversation, at the very least. Well, now that this scheme is seemingly resolved, I can only assume Stephen is with you right now.
No, not at the moment. He hasn't arrived yet. But I'm confident we'll be together soon. He'll show up any moment now.
Ah, I see. I think I'll go check on him.
Do whatever you want.
Hey. Are you absolutely sure about not wanting to marry me anymore?
Huh. Wait just a moment. Where is this coming from?
You're not here. What could possibly be so important that you have to leave without saying anything to me? Clearly, this has to mean we aren't working out. I'm going to go reach out to our parents now and break the news to them.
Wait. Don't do that just yet. Give me a minute to explain myself, will you?
Okay, what? I'm listening.
Amanda, I have to be honest with you. It's not you. You haven't done anything wrong. I just ran off because I was scared.
Say what? You mean to say that you were scared of getting married after we already held the ceremony? What are you thinking? You made plans to sabotage our reception with your girlfriend? Then you go on and say you were just scared? Quit screwing around with me.
Huh. How in the world did you jump to that conclusion?
I heard that your lover spread the news to our would-be guests. That the reception was cancelled. I have no idea how she managed to pull off that operation in a single day, but that's apparently what happened.
Oh, so that's what happened. Someone else interfered with our plans? Actually, before we talk about that, I need you to elaborate on something. What's this about my girlfriend? Is that who this woman claimed to be? Someone I'm cheating on you with?
Are you denying it?
Of course I'm denying it. You've got it all wrong. I can only think of one person who would do something like this. And that's Erica. She's the one you were in contact with, right? She's not my lover. I swear that she isn't. Erica's just my colleague from work, alright? I'm not being unfaithful to our relationship.
A work colleague? That's all she is to you? If that's true, why did you abandon your own wedding reception?
Again, I got cold feet. Okay, let me explain from the beginning. A while ago, I announced at work that I was getting married. She heard the news and constantly badgered me about it. Probably because she had feelings for me. And she couldn't accept that I was with someone who wasn't her. Kept spouting off for weeks about how she was going to crash our reception. I told her over and over again to cut it out, but it seems like she's went ahead and ignored me.
Huh? That's what you meant when you said you were scared? Then everything she said was way off the mark.
Everything she said? What exactly did she tell you?
It's like I just said. She was bragging about how the two of you conspired together to ruin the reception.
What the heck? No, no! That's not true at all. Man, this is a really sticky situation. I never told Erica about the wedding venue or the location of the reception. Because I was afraid something like this might happen. But one of my colleagues contacted me this morning and told me she somehow found out where the venue was.
Okay, so why didn't I hear anything about this until now?
I'm so sorry. When I thought about how she could get violent with me. Or, in the worst case, get us caught up in trouble with the police right before we got married. I didn't know what to do. I was too panicked to say anything.
I see. And as a result, you left me in the dark about this. You thought that as long as you could run away from the situation by yourself it would be fine? Isn't that a cruel thing to do to your wife?
I really am sorry. I didn't consider your feelings enough.
It's not about being considerate. You didn't trust me to handle it with you at all, and that's a fact. Either way, we're at 0 guests here. There's no way we can host a party now that everyone thinks it's been cancelled. Which means we have to call off the event for real, you know? I had even arranged for a restaurant to provide catering for the party.
I'm sorry. I can't say it enough. What can I do to make it up to you?
I don't really know how to answer that. I know this must have been hard on you, but I shouldn't have to say why we don't do things like this. Since you didn't tell me anything, some random woman reached out to me while I was at the venue, lying about being your mistress. You don't understand how beside myself with worry I was. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think we should file the marriage certificate. I don't know if I can be married to you.
What? You've got to be joking.
I know we just got married, but I'm not sure I can spend my life with a man who chooses to abandon me during times of need. I'm not saying I've made up my mind yet, but let's just hold off on the whole marriage thing until I can get my head clear.
Amanda, come on.
Give me some time to think about this, please. I'm a little nervous about marrying someone as irresponsible as you. I'm going back home for a while. I'll get my stuff from our apartment. Don't worry about helping me out.
Wait. Don't be hasty. I'm heading home this instant. If you get there before me, just wait for me to come to you. Hey, Amanda, are you there? Answer me.
I heard from a friend that Steven deserted you. Your marriage didn't last long, huh? Congratulations on the divorce.
Ah, so you heard about that.
What's this? Feeling upset over there? About time. I've never been divorced before, so I can't claim to understand how you feel. But anyway, I'm sorry about the news. It's a tragedy. However, this happened because you were involved with my man.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. For the record, I contacted Steven earlier, but we didn't reach any resolution. Nothing's set in stone. I haven't decided whether I want to be with him or not.
Huh? You might stay together? So, what? You haven't broken up with him yet?
I mean, at least for now, I haven't. It's not that easy to break up with someone, especially since we were planning to spend the rest of our lives together.
That's not an excuse. You have to go through with it ASAP. Sheesh, if you don't like him anymore, just break it off. How long are you going to keep waffling like this?
Are you really okay with someone like Steven? You do realize he's the kind of guy who would leave his wife behind to save himself, don't you?
Don't be silly. That's why I find him endearing.
Endearing? Are your standards just that low? Or am I not understanding what you're trying to say?
Look, he only treated you like that because I'm his soulmate. He wants to marry me, not you. Though, I will admit one of his biggest flaws is how indecisive he is. He couldn't see until now that I'm the one for him. I guess that's why we're in this situation to begin with. Even so, in the end, he chose me, so it doesn't really matter.
So, that's your excuse this time. I don't think I've seen anyone do this much mental gymnastics before.
That's just me seeing through your lies. Better luck next time.
Excuse me?
Did you think I was going to agree with you? And be all like, yeah, a man who leaves his woman behind is the absolute worst. Not a chance.
I see. I suppose I expected too much from you.
It's only a matter of time before Steven accepts me as his true partner. That's why I have no worries. Because I love him that much.
Good for you, I think.
Thinking again, you were probably trying to get a leg up on me just now. But your tricks won't work, so too bad for you. I don't even know why you tried. I'm in a completely different league from you, you know. No matter how many lies you feed me, you can't pull one over on me. You couldn't outweed an ant. Your brain is just that puny. I, on the other hand, have an intelligence as vast as the sea.
Wow, that's amazing. You sure showed me.
Naturally. There's a reason Steven picked me instead of you. And it's not just because I'm better looking. Well then, congratulations on the marriage. Even if it's not going to last very long. This is the last you'll hear from me ever again. Bye, bye. You sore loser.
Hi, Amanda. Apologies for reaching out so late.
Steven, what's on your mind? I'm quite busy at the moment.
I sense you're still upset with me, and I truly regret my actions. But my message isn't solely an apology. I want you to know that I've finally talked to my parents. I've told them everything. From Erica's interference at the reception to my hasty exit. And our current relationship status. I'm sorry it took me this long. Finding the right words was a challenge.
All right, and
Huh. Is that all you have to say to me?
what exactly do you want me to say? If anything, I should be asking you that. You haven't told me much of anything. After you explained everything to your parents, how did they react? What did they say to you? I haven't heard from you in a while. So I wondered what was going on with you. But you keep saying vague things that don't make any sense.
What's wrong with what I said? Actually, forget it. Anyway, like I said, I talked with my parents about everything that happened. Well, they got really mad at me. They gave me an earful, asked me what the heck I thought I was doing. And all sorts of stuff. And I realized just how terribly I treated you. I was such an idiot, Amanda. Sorry to keep you waiting for so long. But I'm reaching out to give you a better apology and come to an understanding. That's why we need to have a talk. About our marriage. I don't think we should give up. I don't want one mistake to be the nail in the coffin. It's not too late to salvage this.
Listen, I don't like throwing accusations at you without concrete proof, but did you actually talk to your parents about what happened?
What? Of course I did. Why do you ask?
About 3 weeks ago. Both of our families met up to discuss our relationship going forward. Everyone agreed that it would be for better if we didn't get married.
Sorry, what did you say? No, I definitely did talk to them. I swear that I did. I told them about what I did and why I ran off on you. And they said I should talk to you to see if you'd forgive me. And think long and hard about all of this.
Oh, that's what you meant.
That's why I'm here. To see if there was anything I could do to fix things between us. I was wondering if you would be open to talking with me about the state of our relationship.
No, can't do it. There's really nothing left to discuss. In my mind, there's no chance of this working out. Good on you for realizing that you were in the wrong. But it's impossible for me to get married to you.
Hey, hold on a minute. You won't even try to talk things out a little bit. I decided to go back to my parents' place for the time being. It's given me the chance to take a step back and do some self-reflection. So won't you give me a bit of leeway here?
You went back to your parents? I mean, they let you stay with them?
Huh. Yeah, didn't I just say that I went home to talk with them? They may have gotten pissed at me, but at the end of the day, they're still my parents.
Oh, that's what you mean. Now I finally understand.
You understand what? That I'm telling the truth about everything?
No, it's not that. It all makes sense now. It was 3 weeks ago that I spoke to your parents. Not too long ago at all. But they've had such a sudden change of heart.
Which means,
Like I've been saying, I see things more clearly now. I see how you can walk into your parents' house and impose on them like it's nothing. You're lucky to have such a strong relationship with them.
okay, now you're the one being vague. What on earth are you talking about?
I don't feel like explaining it to you. But don't get so wound up about it. You'll realize what I mean soon enough. Sorry, I'm busy right now. I have plans to meet up with a friend soon, so we'll have to cut it here. See you later.
What? You can't be serious. I wasn't done saying everything I needed to. Wait, Amanda, where are you going? What about us?
Hello, hello. Is anyone there? Is this Erica? I know this might sound strange coming from me. But are you available right now?
Understatement of the century. What's on your mind?
I have something important to discuss. However, it's quite a complex matter, so I'd like to arrange a meeting. Do you have some free time later tonight?
Why should I go out of my way to meet you? We're not exactly friends. Yeah, right.
Trust me, I wouldn't have reached out if it were trivial. I'm not just looking for casual conversation. I thought we should address some significant issues privately. I possess information that might pique your interest.
Significant issues like what? What's the purpose of this discussion?
You can't think of a reason I'd contact you? I assumed you'd be frustrated. Not being able to reach Steven, your supposed soulmate.
Huh? Do you have information about him?
Perhaps I do. He hasn't shown up at work for several weeks, right? Doesn't that concern you, not knowing why he's absent? Aren't you anxious about his well-being?
No way. I've been worried sick, wondering where he's been all this time. Don't tell me, he went back to you, didn't he? That can't be true. Can it?
Rest assured, that's one of the topics we need to address, among others. But you don't seem very eager to meet up. Nevertheless, just in case my assumption is incorrect, or you change your mind, I'll be waiting at the cafe on Cardinal Street.
All right, I understand. I'll be there.
Steven, are you there? Anyone home?
Amanda, what's going on?
I know you're there, Steven. Please pick up the phone right now.
Ha,
I don't have time for games. It's better if you stop. So, why don't you go see who's at the front door? Your parents are here with me, and Erica too.
sorry, what did you say? Why are all of you here? Did I do something wrong? I don't understand why you all had to come all this way to find me.
You know exactly why. Come out already. Leave Bonnie's apartment.
Bonnie? Do you know her? Anyway, who says I'm at her apartment?
I didn't want to believe you'd already moved on to someone else. We talked about a future together not too long ago. But seeing it with my own eyes, I know what I saw. I saw you entering this apartment, no doubt about it.
Hold on, just slow down for a moment. There's something I'm not getting. Can you explain why you brought Erica with you? She's been nothing but trouble at work, or real pain.
You're still lying to me at this point? I know you proposed to Erica too. And here you are acting like you did nothing wrong.
No, that's not true. She pursued me.
That's just another one of your lies. That engagement ring you gave me meant nothing to you, did it? I can see through every word that comes out of your mouth now. Stop playing games and own up.
I don't even know what you're talking about. You're making baseless accusations.
I assure you, they're not baseless. I talked to Erica at length about you. You used her to be with Bonnie.
Accusing me of eloping now? Me, your fiancé until recently? Don't you think you're jumping to conclusions? You should know me better than this.
I did find it strange. How could Erica, just a coworker, pull off sabotaging the reception so perfectly? She had no special connections. How did her plan work so smoothly?
I don't know. Maybe she contacted the right people by chance?
You're wrong. You instructed her to cancel our reception and handle everything. You had her do your dirty work alone. Moreover, when Erica threatened me, you ran away. Did you think running away and disappearing would make it all blow over? Did you think it wouldn't look suspicious?
That's not it. No one runs away from a situation because they're having a good time.
Life seemed great for you until you moved in with Bonnie. But then her spending habits drained your savings. And you returned to your parents' house. You lied to them about your return and tried to reconcile with me.
You're misunderstanding. That's not true, and you know it.
I'm not done yet. After we talked, you realized you couldn't get back with me. But your parents called you about us, and you panicked. So you went back to Bonnie's place. That's why we're here now. Did I miss anything?
As I've been saying, you're spouting nonsense. Why are you so convinced I've been lying to you?
How do I know? To be honest, ever since our conversation about the reception, I knew from the beginning.
What? You knew? So you weren't at the reception either?
No, I was there. I had to handle compensation for the catering and venue. Oh, speaking of the cancellation fees, I heard your parents covered your portion.
I was in a tough spot, alright.
Returning to the main topic. I had my suspicions when we discussed your sudden departure from the party. To be honest, there's an untold part of the story. The person who initially informed me was your best friend, Caleb.
What?
You asked him to assist in planning the wedding, correct?
Caleb talked to you about this?
It happened about a week before our wedding, if I recall correctly. Caleb approached me with his concerns about your behavior. He wasn't sure whether something fishy would happen during the ceremony or reception. But he felt that something was amiss. He began feeling this way after overhearing a private conversation between you and Bonnie. Caleb explained that he saw you and Erica at a bar one night and overheard your conversation.
So he eavesdropped on us? That's not right.
He was curious about why you were meeting privately when one of you was about to be married. Despite my doubts, I decided to let it go. It was supposed to be the happiest day of my life, and I didn't want anything to disrupt it. And look at where that led us. Tell me, how many people do you have to manipulate to be satisfied? You seem unable to make up your mind. Showing interest in one woman and then moving on to another when you get bored. What's going on with you?
I don't know what to say to that.
Who do you genuinely love?
It's you, of course.
Really? Am I the one you love the most? If that's true, go tell Bonnie that.
You want me to go and say that to her? Seriously?
Can't make up your mind? Honestly, do you even love anyone for real? It sounds like a joke. What about Erica, who always seems to be causing trouble for you? I saw your private messages. You seemed quite affectionate with her.
Well, it might have appeared that way. But I didn't want to hurt her feelings.
It's expected from a person known for their romantic pursuits. You asked Bonnie to elope with you, so she's also the one you love most, correct? You're in a tough spot. What will you do when you have so many choices?
I mean, What do you think I should do? I don't know what I want.
All right, I'll help you narrow it down. Erica and I are no longer an option. We won't be coming back to you. So your only choice is Bonnie, a woman with financial troubles and a bit of a vanity issue.
My goodness. What kind of choice is that?
Aren't you being a bit self-centered? You should consider yourself fortunate that someone still wants you after everything. Anyway, be ungrateful if you want. It's no longer my concern who you end up with. I do think, though, that you and Bonnie are a good match.
Why do you say that?
The more I learn about that woman, the more I realize just how unpleasant she is. She's a deceitful plotter, much like yourself. So congratulations on your new relationship. Oh, but don't misunderstand. I'm not letting you off the hook for your actions.
What does that imply? I don't like where this is heading.
Even if we didn't formalize the marriage certificate, you're still responsible for a significant amount of damages. I'll be filing a claim through my lawyer soon. Look forward to that. Thanks in advance for the financial compensation.
Hey, what? That's not fair.
By the way, I already obtained the contacts I needed from Erica. She has some friends in the legal field who specialize in family law. You did an impressive job of demonstrating how skilled she is at making connections. When she's dedicated to something, she works incredibly quickly.
No, you can't do this to me.
And I'd like to mention, your parents came here today to discuss the cancellation fee payment. They are officially cutting off their financial support for you. I meant to mention it earlier, but your refusal to face the consequences sidetracked me. But anyway, what I'm saying is that your parents want their money back. You'll have to cover all the cancellation fees by yourself.
You've got to be kidding me.
Unfortunately, no. You deceived us with a string of falsehoods. And took advantage of your parents' kindness by coming and going as you pleased. Obviously, they couldn't forgive you for that. Who would? And while I was looking into these matters, I learned some important things over the past week. In reality, you hadn't informed your parents about what happened. You kept them in the dark for weeks. After I said I would consider our relationship. That kind of cowardice is why it was easy to believe your excuse. That you were merely running out of fear when, in truth, it was much worse than that.
No, no, no. You're wrong about me.
Everyone here is deeply disappointed in you. You've had numerous opportunities to confess to your mistakes and turn things around, but you squandered every single one. Because you've revealed yourself as someone beyond redemption. So just give up already. There's no escaping this time. Right after I sent that last text, Stephen and Bonnie emerged from their hiding spot and opened the door for us. Immediately after that, Stephen's father delivered a punch straight to his son's face. Frankly, it was well-deserved. Subsequently, everyone entered the building to address the situation. I believe Stephen hadn't fully grasped the consequences of his deceit. We left the shocked couple and headed home. Afterward, Erica sent me another apology for disrupting our reception. She had already apologized during our meeting at the cafe. But I suppose she felt genuinely remorseful for her role in Stephen's elopement. I chose to forgive her. She must have been in a tough spot, manipulated by someone like Stephen. While we may not see eye to eye on most matters, I'm willing to put the past behind us. The only person I can't bring myself to forgive is Stephen. I believe anyone would understand my stance on that. The last I heard, Stephen and Bonnie had to quit their jobs due to the damage to their reputations among colleagues. Struggling to make ends meet. Karma has its way of catching up. Nevertheless, I won't let this slide until Stephen makes amends for what he owes me. It's the least he can do after everything he's put me through.